So nice to have you here. And today, Daniel and me are going to do this call. And you may ask for assistance or share a game or, whatever it's on your heart, you may present to us. Yeah. Daniel, would you love to say a few words to you?
What kind of words?
We are in the same mentorship group, for example.
Yeah, that's kind of where we met through Hill's
Right.
mentorship program. And he's been, yeah, what's the right word? Motivating us to do more of these support calls and
Yes.
group
Yeah.
releases and facilitations. So yeah, it's been fun to explore hosting groups.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Laurel is with us. Hi, Laurel.
Hey.
So, is there anything you want to share? Binta, hi everyone. Or want some assistance with? Or whatever occurs. Or a group release, for example.
Yeah, I have something.
Yeah.
I'm also interested in doing a group, like starting a group call or a group release, and I just get a lot of resistance. I don't know if I want to do an in-person thing, like in my city, or a Zoom call. And I have a lot of resistance to like picking a day, like trying to find a day or a time.
Yeah, I see. I see.
Maybe we could do a
Yeah.
release on that.
Yes, we can. Oh, sorry. Could you welcome your idea at first?
Yes.
And can you welcome as well the resistance and the ideas and feelings? Oh, I can't do it. It doesn't work. Maybe there's as well, I'm not good enough. Or will I find people here in my town, in my area? If that is there, can you allow it?
Yeah.
And could you, a slice of it, let's go of it.
Yes.
Would you?
Yes.
When?
Now.
Nice. And if there is some wanting to change it, your feelings about it, your limiting beliefs, is there some wanting to change that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And can you allow it to be here? Can you sense, or even can you sense that it is welcomed?
Yeah.
And could you let it go, or is there a sense of, could it let go of, not you doing it, but beingness?
Yeah.
And when would it be released?
Now.
Nice. And maybe there is some judgment about it as well. You're judging.
Yeah. Some embarrassment, some judgment.
Yeah. And can you sense whether that is allowed here as well?
Yeah. Well, not really.
Ah,
There's some, yeah.
but could you entertain the possibility that it is allowed, that it is loved, that it is welcomed, that God loves even that, what you, Jakob, might not prefer that much?
Sure.
Mhm. And is there a sense of, it's me, Jakob, wanting it?
Yeah.
Could you allow that to be here?
Yeah.
And could that be released? That sense of me, mine.
Yeah.
Nice. How does it feel now, this very moment?
Much more relaxed.
Could you imagine people from your surroundings, from your place, meeting in maybe in your flat or in your living room or kitchen, wherever, and you
Yeah.
give a little presentation on what the Sedona method is about and how they can help each other with that? And then you start releasing. Is that possible to see those pictures with your inner eye?
Yeah.
And does this picture stir up some feelings?
A little anxiety. Yeah.
Can you welcome this anxiety? Could you allow it to be here?
Yeah.
And can you sense whether there is some wanting to control the situation, wanting approval from the people that might come, wanting to be safe in doing that?
Yeah. Approval.
Can you welcome that? Could you allow it to be here?
Yeah.
Could you let it go just for now?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yes.
When?
No.
Nice. Has it gone, the wanting approval? Or is still a little left?
Yeah, there's a little bit,
And can you sense whether there is some wanting to hold on to it?
yeah.
And could you let go of that, wanting to hold on to it?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yes.
When?
Now.
Nice. What feeling is there now, this very moment?
Just a feeling of resistance. Just a little resistance.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Could you allow that? Or can you sense? Or is the resistance that what's apparently happening?
Yeah.
What does this question do with the resistance?
It just seems to, it kind of just seems to be disappearing.
Oh, nice. Okay, what's there now, this very moment?
Just the feeling of okay, like okayness.
Is this feeling of okayness welcomed here? Allowed? Even
Yeah.
loved? Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
would you allow it to grow?
Sure.
Nice. Does it feel complete?
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice. You're welcome. And thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
So, Daniel.
Yeah, so who else has something that they'd like to share or get assistance with, or any questions? Barbara.
Hi, Daniel. Hi, Ingrid. So I would like to work on, so I started a new job today and I fell asleep at one point for a second because I didn't have to turn on my video. Um, I would like to work on, I have to take a test on it. And I was really afraid today because I thought, oh my God, what if I don't have the energy? And yeah, so I guess it would be like letting go of the fear of not passing the test. That's one thing. So I guess I'll work on that for now. I do have a bigger issue, which is like a family issue that's really big. But because I have a lot of anger towards my brother and his girlfriend. Um, but I'll work on that, the test right now, I guess, because I think that'll help with other things,
Yeah,
if that's okay.
definitely.
The fear of passing or failing or
So it's a test for your
yeah.
new job.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So to start off, can you just pause or stop?
I do. Yes.
And just for now, can you just be?
Absolutely. Yes.
And then if you welcome the story of Barbara and the test for the new job, can you just welcome whatever thoughts or feelings arise around that?
Yeah, I think what comes up with that is like the fear of not being able to memorize the things that I need. But it was funny because the trainer who's the owner of running this said, "Well, you guys can cheat on the test." I thought that was really funny. But then you got to find the stuff that you're cheating on fast, you know what I mean? Because you're asked questions. So yeah, so it's better I can memorize it, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so can you just notice how the mind is holding a future where, somehow things will not go well?
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, what fear is anticipating something bad happening.
Yes.
And then can you notice how that makes you feel in your body as well?
Yeah. Because I was really scared today before I even started the job. I thought, oh my God, what if I fall asleep, Yeah.
Yeah.
And can I handle it, and things like that. So, but it worked out well.
Yeah. So now if you think of this test, could you just let go of anticipating something not going well?
Yes.
Would you let go of anticipating that?
Yes.
And now or later?
I think that's Jacob's question now.
Yeah.
I love that
So
question. It's a good one.
yeah, it's good to mix things up.
And it,
So now if you think of the test, what comes up?
there's still like a little percentage of fear because I mean, even though the guy trained so well today, you know, um, I can't say I memorized everything today or I know everything by heart, even though he did a fabulous job. I mean, it was great. I was amazed. Yeah. Yeah. I just want to be able to know how to do everything by the time I get to the test, you know. Yeah.
So can you
So I think,
welcome that remaining fear that maybe you won't remember everything?
yeah, and the worry, you know.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
because I
could
do
you,
want to do the job, you know. So
sorry?
I do want to do the job because it's a good job. It's euros in, and euros for Bulgarian money is a lot, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a good, very good pay, you know, for here because I'm
Yeah,
working
so
in Europe.
just for now, could you let go of any remaining anticipating things not going well?
Yes.
Could you let go of anticipating that?
Whew, that's a good one because that relates back to my family issue too.
Yeah. And would you let go of anticipating just for now if you could?
Yeah.
And when?
No.
And then could you just be open to the possibility that the test does go well? Could you connect
Yeah.
to the feeling of I can, sense of courage and confidence,
I
just as
like
best
that.
you can?
I like that. Yes.
And can you welcome the energy of I can some more?
Yes.
Can you allow the energy of courage to expand through your body?
Love that. Yes.
And then can you just check if you can find any remaining holding on or holding back in the body? Any sense of, well, I'm not sure if I can. What if I can't?
No, I actually feel pretty good with that theme. I feel good. I have 1,000 others, but there's other people on the call. But I feel good. Thank you
Mhm.
for that. That was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. And something I heard Hale say recently is that if you release on one thing, you're releasing on everything. So that's good to know.
Mm. Yeah, that is good because yeah, thank you. That's awesome.
Alrighty.
I'll put my hand down. Thank you so much.
Back to you, Ingrid.
Thank you very much, Barbara. Thank you, Daniel.
I'm trying to put my hand down and turn off the mic. I can't find it right
You will
now.
find it.
Sorry.
Mhm. Any other topics that arise while being here? Or an idea for a group release or a wish? I would like a group release on fighting, having to live in society, and following rules. Ah, yes, Binta. Yes, that's possible. Thank you very much for that topic. So, fighting to have to live in society and following rules. Could you just pause for a moment? Relax as good as possible. And could you allow all that is stirred up with the topic, fighting to live in society and maybe not liking the rules that are there, and having to pay bills, having to be on time at everything, and if you're late, people are strange to you. Could you welcome all that and all the feelings, and how badly you want it to be different? Could you allow that to be here? And maybe there's some judgment around it. You're judging yourself for being late, or others to be late or early. Could you allow that to be here as well? And could you allow the resistance to paying bills? Could you allow that to be here? And the topic of punctuality, the need to be there on time, in time, at the right time. There's maybe a feeling of pressure. Could you allow that to be here? And all the concepts that are involved in that. And maybe there are some aversions against all those rules, all those have tos, all those must be fulfilled. Could you allow that to be here? And maybe there's a preparation as well to be completely free of the rules. Do whatever you would like to do. Bills are paid. Could you allow those preferences? And could you let go of all that we have worked together? Would you? Well, and maybe there's some wanting to control life, people, circumstances. Could you allow that to be here? And maybe there's some wanting approval from yourself and from others. Can you allow this wanting to be here as well? And maybe there's some wanting to be safe, wanting security. Whatever strategies you have to arrange for that. Can you simply allow it to be here? Oh. And can you sense whether there is a feeling of me? It's, yes, in my life, it's that way. And if so, if there is such a sense of me, could you allow it to be here? Mine, my life. And could you let it go just for now? Would you? Why? And all that what is there now, this very moment, regarding following rules, you have to fight to be in life. You have to fight with a society. Is it still stirring up a lot? And if so, could you allow it? Or can you sense that it is that what is just appearing? And can you sense whether that is welcomed, allowed, even loved? And could you allow all that feels limiting to be resolved in the love that you are, that you are already anyway, whether you believe it or not, doesn't matter. And could you allow life to be easy, simple, flowing? I'm doing 2 rounds to and fro. Could you allow the feelings of life, I have to do this and that and to follow rules, the feelings that occur with that? And could you welcome the possibility that life is easy, it flows, there's no effort, and a few rules you can follow easily, and others you say a clear no. Can you allow that possibility to be easy and harmonious? And can you allow the left feelings that it might be a struggle or have to strange thing to master life? What is left there? Can you allow that to be? Then could you welcome the possibility that life is easy, harmonious, it flows. You are able to enjoy the things that come and go. And occasionally, if it feels right, you say no to whatever it feels right to say no. And could you welcome the possibility that in general, life is easy, just as a possibility. So, Winter, how does it feel now, this very moment? You better. Thanks, Ingrid. You're welcome. And thank you for bringing up that topic. And now, over to... yeah, rules are rules. Yeah, Daniel.
Yeah. Thank you for that release, Ingrid and Binta and everyone. So yeah, who's next?
I just wanted to say that was an amazing release, Ingrid.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Nice.
Seems like, oh, Marie-Françoise has her hand up. Yeah, you're muted.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hi. I don't know. I've been releasing for a while now, as I thought I was. And I just feel like my life, it's not necessarily if that's the goal, but I guess that's my goal. My life isn't really necessarily getting better, or it's just like I guess keep getting more and more problems. I mean, I guess I'm creating them, but I don't know how to make myself stop. And it's just like now I have mold in my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a dehumidifier, and they're gonna have to knock out a wall in one of the bathrooms, and then the main thing is they're probably gonna have to start knocking down walls or whatever in the storage space that's next to it, and a lot of my stuff is in there. And the guy was like, well, you're gonna probably have to throw it all away.
Mm-hmm.
And here I was thinking I was doing well by decluttering, and that just everything, every time I turn around, somebody else is booked a gig, and I'm still just like constantly struggling for work. And I guess I don't believe in myself anymore. And my son isn't still speaking to me, and it'll be 2 years in March. And I feel like my ex, his stepfather, called me and lied to me about a week ago, saying that we would all meet and have dinner, and that didn't happen. All of a sudden, they didn't have time. I thought, oh, he doesn't really want to do it, or he lied to me just to hurt me. I don't know why, but he succeeded. And I just feel like all these problems, I don't know how to fix any of them. And I just feel like things are not getting better.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you're feeling kind of hopeless. So what would you like to release on? What's here now when you talk about those challenges?
That's what's here now. I don't know how else to phrase it.
Yeah, what feeling is here?
Despair, hopelessness, just like, when is all this ever gonna, like, I don't know when else is gonna end. Like, what? I don't know. I don't have a word for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, despair. So to start off, just for now, could you just let the mind just pause or stop And just for now, can you just be as you are?
Okay.
And then can you welcome that sense of despair? Can you just give it some space? Can you open to it as best you can?
Yep.
And can you check to see if you can find any resistance to that feeling? Any not wanting to feel this, any non-acceptance?
Yep.
And then just for now, could you allow the resistance to be as big as it wants to be?
Yep.
And then can you also welcome any sense of this being really personal, like it's about you and who you are?
Yep.
Can you just allow it to feel as personal as it does?
Yep.
And then could you just emphasize the awareness? What is that which is aware of these feelings? See if you could take even just the slightest little step backwards, just to notice, oh, I am aware of emotion. I am that which is aware of these energies of emotion.
Not really.
What happens when I say those words?
I just kind of like maybe go into my head to try and figure out what you're saying, but
Yeah.
really, no,
So you can just,
no.
thank your mind for trying to figure this out. And then there's nothing really, it's really simple. I'll ask you a very simple question, and it's not a trick question. You can just say yes or no. In this moment, are you aware?
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just either you are aware or you're not aware in this moment, right? So we don't like the word awareness might be a vague thing, but just for now, we can keep it very simple. So, are you aware? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So can you go to the experience that makes you say yes to that question? Just a very simple experience that's here now of being aware.
I don't know. I'm talking. I'm aware of that. I don't know. I'm aware of where I am.
Aware of emotion, aware of
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah.
And then can you just notice that awareness? It's kind of like the space in which the emotions and the thoughts are appearing.
I know I'm thinking. I know I'm having thoughts. I know what I'm thinking for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
know how I feel.
So
I
can you
guess that's
notice
it.
how you are not your thoughts, but you are aware of thoughts, and thoughts are always coming and going, but the awareness that you are is kind of not coming and going. Can you notice that?
Um, well, my awareness comes and goes. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm very aware. I feel like I'm out of it.
Yeah, but there's always some awareness. Otherwise, you wouldn't know that you were out of it.
Well, I mean, I know in retrospect. I don't know if I know when I'm out of it. Um,
Well, sometimes we think awareness means, you know, really being very, very aware of what's happening. But actually, well, let's not get too philosophical. So back to the here and now. What's here now?
Confusion.
Hmm. And are you the confusion or are you aware of confusion?
I'm the confusion. I feel very much that that's me.
Hmm. And just for now, if you don't think about it, are you that, if you don't think about anything just for a moment, can you just notice awareness, just being? What's wrong with this moment if you don't think about it?
I feel terrible.
And what if that terrible feeling is just intense energy, intense emotion appearing? Could you at least be open to that as a possibility?
It still feels terrible, but fine.
Yeah. So the word still also implies resistance, right? Like we're trying to change the feeling.
Yeah, who wants to feel terrible?
Yeah, no one. But the problem is that if we resist it, it kind of stays stuck. So just for now, could you just allow yourself to feel terrible?
Okay.
Could you let go of resisting your emotion just for now?
Probably not. I will continue to hate it. So no.
Mm-hmm. So what about just for 1 second? Could you just let it be as it is? Just to see what happens if you stop fighting it just for one moment.
I don't know how to stop fighting it. I don't know how to not hate it.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's some experiments we can do, like can you imagine that all your life you've wanted to feel exactly this terrible feeling and now you've finally managed to?
Okay.
Almost like how people get into like a roller coaster ride to feel the fear of death. What if you've actually just imagined that you want to feel this intensity of emotion? These are just ways that we can kind of get a little burst, a little crack in the identifying with a separate me that's identified as resistance and suffering.
So basically, I want this, is what you're saying.
No, just could you imagine that you want this? That's one way that we can get out of resistance.
Okay.
And another way is, what if you could enjoy this intensity of emotion just a little bit, just for now? What if you could just decide to enjoy this just a little bit?
Okay.
Just imagine that you're like, maybe this is the roller coaster, this emotion. And just like on a roller coaster, we feel this intense fear when we're going up and then we feel fear when we're going down, and then when we stop fighting the experience, then that's why people love roller coasters, because they let go of resistance and then they go from suffering into joy. So can you imagine that you decided to get onto this emotional roller coaster and feel this intense energy?
Hmm.
And could you just, for now, could you enjoy the ride just as best you can?
Okay.
And then can you allow yourself to hate this feeling as much as you do?
Yes.
And can you hate it even more?
Yep.
And can you turn up the hate even more? Can you enjoy the hatred, just for now?
Yep.
So what's here now? What happens when we do these experiments?
Uh, it's way easier to get in touch with the hatred of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's maybe a good place for you to start for yourself, to sometimes just yeah, as Hale would say, to have a party with it and to just really allow yourself to hate it as much as you do. Because with releasing, one of the common pitfalls is a sense of, oh, I need to, I need to get rid of this. I need to change this feeling. But then wanting to change how we feel is actually another form of resistance. So the other direction is to just allow yourself to feel that hatred. So that's something you can experiment with on your own as well.
So I'm just gonna be left feeling all this hatred for myself right now. Okay. Okay.
Well, we can continue some more if you want. So it's hatred towards yourself.
Of course. And the
Okay, well,
situation
I thought we
is
were
I'm the
talking
only one
about,
experiencing it. There's no difference.
yeah. So can you welcome feeling hatred towards yourself?
Yep.
And can you allow that feeling to intensify?
Yep.
And can you allow it to intensify even more?
Yes.
And then could you hate yourself a little less?
Maybe a little.
Could you let go of hating yourself just a little bit? Just for now?
I don't think so.
If you could, would you let go of hating yourself just for now?
Yes.
And
I think so.
when would you, if you could?
Now. Now.
And could you let go of hating yourself just a little bit more, just for now?
I don't know. I guess. Anyway, thanks.
Well, we could just do something else, just shortly. Everyone in this call could just send loving energy to Marie-Françoise. Have you ever had a group hug, Marie-Françoise?
You mean in real life or?
Yeah, where like a group of people all stand around you hugging you.
Uh, oh, decades ago, long, long, long time ago. If I ever have, I don't know. I guess
Mm-hmm.
probably.
We could do that, but then with our kind of visualizing and feeling that. So with our felt sense, if you want.
Sure. Thanks.
So yeah, in tantric yoga, it's described that we all have an energy body. So if we visualize and feel, for example, that we are giving Marie-Françoise a group hug, on one level, we can feel that we're actually doing that. So it's more than a visualization. It's also really the felt sense, basically the felt sense of love. So let's give it a shot. Let's all just imagine and mostly feel as though we're hugging her. And is there any resistance towards allowing that love to flow into your experience?
Not consciously.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, if you can find any resistance, can you just welcome that?
yes.
And just for now, could you let go of resisting the love of everyone on this call flowing to you?
Yes.
And would you let go of resisting love if you could?
Yes.
And when?
No.
Thank you everyone, and thank you Marie-Françoise for being so authentic and vulnerable.
Thanks.
Thank you, you guys. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you as well. Yeah, that was great. Thank you, Tanya. And yeah, see you next Monday again. It was an awesome session. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Thanks everyone for showing up.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Ingrid, and
Yeah.
everybody
Thank
else.
you for your time.
Yeah.
Yes.